about Charlie Sheen by The Fallout. What we're going to be doing is just taking you through from beginning to end, looking at all the different sections and stuff like that. This first section is the easy bit, which was actually, you can tell it's easy because it was originally done on an iPhone with a piano setting, so that must be easy. And it goes like this. So that's your initial riff, and of course what we're going to do is just slow that down a little bit as well. So using the E minor pentatonic scale, but rather than taking it in a traditional position like that, we do it, we're starting the root on the E here, okay, and we're going, let's look at the next section. So once everyone's come in, we play that a few more times, and then we've got this verse section which goes like this. And that's also a nice, easy thing to play. In fact, it's so easy that we can like rock out, jump all over the place, and look like complete idiots on stage. And that comes in handy because that's something that you need to do. So don't just stand there and play this like. No one's going to want to see that. You've got to be like. And all those fuck-ups, they're optional as well. So that, all it is, you're going to start with the E note just like you did for the intro. Got to come a little closer, Nick. Can you see that alright? Fretboard. Okay, so it's just E and D. E, D, 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 and then you've got this section here, which is a G, followed by an F sharp over D. Which would be played by Josh, but we're playing it down here as an inversion. And the two inversions together sound quite nice. Okay, and that's also the chord you might recognise from Highway to Hell. Just being played in different places. That's what it's all about, stealing from other people. And then we go to this next section, and this is where the really bluesy side of the Fallout comes out. It's like I say, it's that simple, almost like an arpeggio of the A chord. Okay, but what we're doing is throwing a little C note in there with the little half step hammer on. Okay. And then a little, this is done differently by Josh. He does something slightly different that works out a slight bit of a harmony. And then we have this pull off. Okay. And then we pull off again on the D string here from the E to the D note. Okay. And then we're going to just do another one of those little half step hammer-ons. Okay, so it's not overly complicated, but it sounds like quite a lot of notes in one go. Okay, and then what we do after that is another one of those nice little slash chords, not named after the guitarist, just because they have slashes in them when you see them written down. This one is a C sharp over A. You like those chords quite a lot in the Fallout, I use them quite a lot. But you don't tend to use them for very long, you use them as like a passing note. And you're going to go from that, from the C sharp over A to the D. Okay? So we're going to do that little riff. Okay? Followed by a G. And then the next section is the exact same riff, everything the same, we're just going to finish on E. I usually throw in a little octave on the E there, especially if everyone else does. And that's perfect as well for throwing in some little leg leg kicks as well. So and then you got the same thing again. And last time, do the same thing again. But instead of going A, we're going to just go straight to B. But I tend to throw in an extra fifth on the E string at the F sharp. Gives you a really chunky sound, especially because we want that to be a big note. That's the So let's put that whole thing together. And it goes like this. All those little slides in the middle, that's something you can choose to do. You don't have to do it. It's just something that makes you feel a little bit more rock and roll while you're doing it. Right, so we've gone to the B, and now we're to the best part, which is the chord. It has this one little riff, and again, it's kind of a little bit of a rip-off. I'm not going to say it's a complete rip-off, because we would never do that. So a little bit like Walk This Way, that little blues scale. Do that again, slowly. What we're doing is we're going to run up and down it, really, just very quickly. Okay, so we run all the way up it with a little hammer on in the middle, and then we skip the D note and go straight from the B to the E. Like that. I tend to do it with my middle finger. So once we get to that the E note on the D string, we're going to hit a nice little octave on there as well. Okay. Also, try and get this slightly muted because there's a lot going on in the rest of it. Everyone else is playing this. Okay, so we don't want to be too loud on top of that. So we're going to go. Okay, so I'll go through that nice and slow. Try that again. After that main riff, we go to this sus chord on the D. Okay, and it's a D sus 4. The reason why I said that is because I wasn't sure as I was saying it. I'll say that with more confidence. It's a D sus 4, and basically that works quite nicely with the G and the D that I believe Josh plays, and it's followed by because it's a D chord with a G in it basically. And then we're going to take that little finger off, put our second finger on. So just follow. And we do that 3 times, that's it. And then follow that up again, taking those bluesy ideas of the 1-4-5. To A, and then to B, and that's what finishes off the chorus. Now, I think you could either just go, which would work fine, just chromatic from A to B, or you can go, which is what I tend to do with a little pull off on the G and the E string. And then you're back into the beginning again. So let's play the whole chorus. We go through the whole verse again, so just, I'm not going to play it again, just rewind the video. And then you do the whole chorus again, and then you got the solo, which is the bit you heard me doing before.